Now available on Tata Sky channel number 526.
Hello and welcome to the Property News here on Magic Breaks, now India's first property channel. I'm Krishna Kumar. Time now for a look at the top stories that we're tracking. Mega master plan to extend Mumbai's coastal expressway to the Thane Creek gets a nod from the state. Magic Bricks now gets you an exclusive with the mastermind behind the proposed plan. Bengaluru market is still healthy. Private equity firm Milestone, after making 150 crore rupee exits, plans more exits worth 1,000 crore rupees in the coming months. This is another Magic Bricks Now exclusive. Mahindra Life Spaces' mega push plans to invest in an industrial park in the maximum city. Also on the show, our special series Looking Beyond Metros, and today we tell you about the Visakhapatnam market. You do not want to miss that one. Straight to our top story. Mumbai's biggest infrastructure project, the Coastal Freeway, is now even bigger. The original plan for the seafront road extended from Nariman Point in the south to Versova in the north. The new plan for the road will now begin at Meera Bhayandar Road, effectively connecting Thane to the south of the city. We have Ruchi Deshpande getting us some exclusive details of the new plan. Ruchi.
One of Mumbai's biggest infrastructure projects, the Coastal Freeway Road, seems to be on track, with the BMC now pushing for tenders and the MCZMA is not. What we also learn is that the BMC has given an in-principle nod to extending the 34-kilometer 8-lane road up to Thane Ghodbandar. Now let me tell you how exactly this connectivity works. Now BMC's original plan starts from Nariman Point, passes through Bandra and ends at Kandivali in western Mumbai. According to this new proposal, the plan begins from Nariman Point, goes up to Priyadarshini Park via Malabar Hill. From there, it goes to Bandra Worli Ceiling. From the Ceiling, it goes to Versova, and from Versova, it goes to Mud Island. From the island, it goes to Borivali, and from there to Meera Bhayandar Road. It also connects to Western Express Highway and eventually to Thane Ghodbandar Road. The new proposal ensures that this will be a ring road. It will have clover-leaf connections with other arterial roads and link the existing roads leading to railway stations. There will be 3 bridges proposed across Versova, Marve and the Borivali Creek. So it essentially means a big connectivity boost for the congested city of Mumbai.
Thanks, Ruchi, for that. And joining us right now on the show is the man himself, Ajit Mathur, the architect of this plan. Ajit, thank you so much for taking time to be with us here on the Property News on Magic Bricks Now. My first question to you is, how will your plan serve the city better than the BMC's plan?
The Coastal Freeway Road, which they have proposed from Versova to Kandivali, will cause lot of devastation and destruction all along its route. And it will congest the already congested linking road where it's ending up to Kandivali. My proposal is slightly different. The Coastal Freeway Road, which BMC has conceptualized, is catering to the 4 or 5% of the public, as well as my concept caters to around 55 lakhs of population. There has been a population explosion in Meera Bhayandar Road, Kandivali, Borivali, Malad, Goregaon, Versova, up to Thane Ghodbandar Road. There has been a population explosion. As my Coastal Freeway Road will be finished in 3 years of time.
Ajit, the original plan by the BMC received a lot of criticism for the possible damage it could do to the environment. Tell us, is your plan then more environment friendly?
The bridge which is coming from Versova to Malad, behind the Retreat Hotel, is by cloverleaf connection. It's on the stilts, so it doesn't harm the environment. There is no need. You're just crossing over the tributary of the sea. And I'm creating a promenade all along 7.5 kilometers from Uttan via the Vasai Creek, Meera Bhayandar. The mangroves which are in state of affairs now are polluted. very much polluted. I want to create a promenade and preserve the mangroves by making a mangrove park.
All right, Ajit, before we let you go, one last thing. Tell us, throw some light on the timeline for this new plan that you've proposed.
I'd given the presentation to the Municipal Commissioner Ajoy Mehta. Whatsoever to Western Express Highway joining Thane Godbandar Road can be completed in 3 years' time, if government is very positive about implementing the project. So I can finish it in 3 years' time.
Ajit Mathur, thank you so much for taking time to be with us here on the Property News and Magic Bricks. Now, Ajit Mathur, the man behind the new plan for the Coastal Freeway Road. Moving on to the other big story that we're tracking over here. Mahindra Life Spaces is readying a big bang investment for Maharashtra. This will be an industrial park on the lines of the property being developed in Chennai with Japan's Sumitomo Corporation. The plan follows Mahindra's second industrial park in Gujarat. We have Disha Shah getting us this exclusive report on the company's Maharashtra foray. Take a look.
Yes, that's right. Mahindra Life Spaces is ready with a big bang investment in Maharashtra. From what we are hearing from the company officials is that they have asked the government for land in Western Ghats like Karjat and Lonavala, which is just a 3-hour drive away from the financial capital city, which is Mumbai, to develop an industrial park project. Remember, this will be the third industrial park project as Mahindra World City. The company has already developed industrial park projects in Jaipur and Chennai before. To top it all, the top management in the company, they also tell us that they are exploring opportunities in Gujarat as well to develop an industrial park project, and for which they have already received government approvals for the same. So what the company does is that they tie up with the state industrial development government authorities to get a land, and then they develop that industrial park project on that particular land. Moreover, it is a mixed-use development where, apart from creating industrial park projects, they also create housing and other social infrastructure in the same vicinity. So Maharashtra's industrial park project could also face a similar situation. Apart from moving on from industrial and coming to the residential development, the company is also looking at expanding its affordable housing portfolio by launching its third project in Palghar under Happiness, where homes will cost you anywhere between 10 to 20 lakh rupees. The company under this project plans to launch 400 units in 2 phases, and now what the company is waiting for is the approval from the government for the project.
Shifting focus then, in a market where people doubt the returns on real estate, private equity firm Milestone is ready to exit over 1,000 crore rupees worth of investments in Bengaluru. Remember, just last week, Amita Balachandra told us about the firm's 150 crore rupee exit from the city, and it seems like the Bangalore market is still very healthy. Here she is with a report on the firm's fundraising plans.
Well, Deal Street is clearly buzzing as Milestone Capital Advisors has raised a structured debt fund. It's a 500 crore rupee fund, and this is the Milestone's 10th offering so far. What we also know is that it's got 5 approved deals in this fund so far, and it has made its first investment of about 150 crore rupees in Rajesh Life Spaces, and the project's name is called Raj Tattva in Thane, and it's looking at several other deals, especially one in Charkop. That's what we're hearing, near Kandivali, and there is also Kharghar in Navi Mumbai, and it's also looking at Chennai. And there is also a consortium deal planned with an NBFC. All of this, of course, is in the works and should materialize over the next couple of months. It's all at its nascent stage. What we're also hearing is that Milestone is looking at several exits over the next couple of months. Of course, its first exit has happened in Bengaluru's property, Electronic City, of about 150 crore rupees. That's something that we broke first here on Magic Bricks. Now, however, regarding its next couple of exits of worth about 1,000 crore rupees, that's something that we'll keep a close watch on right here on Magic Bricks now.
IKEA to set up its first Indian store in Thane.
IKEA is all ready to set up its first store in the Thane Belapur Road. Of course, this mega deal is being signed with Rallis India, and what we're hearing so far is that this deal is valued at 180 crore rupees.
Milestone Capital to get a 150 crore rupee exit in Bangalore.
My partner has just closed a deal in Bangalore, called the Electronic City, which is a standalone, building.
Yeah.
That is a deal that we will be, giving the proceeds of that exit to the investors.
All the big deals break first. Only on Magic Breaks Now, India's first property channel.
Now, Kingfisher House, the headquarters of Vijay Mallya's defunct airline, will go under the hammer on Thursday, the 17th of March. The auction, which will be managed by SBI Caps, is critical for banks that are hoping to recover some of their dues. My colleague Neha Botra gets us this report right outside the Kingfisher House.
Over 7,000 crore rupees is what Vijay Mallya owes to banks. State Bank of India and a consortium of lenders hope to recover some of the dues from the auction of Kingfisher House over here. The reserve price is set at 150 crore rupees, and sources say that around 15 participants are likely to participate in the auction tomorrow. This really is an important development. It marks a precursor as far as liquidization of some of Vijay Mallya's key assets is concerned. We'll really have to see to what extent it really brings relief to banks, because only tomorrow will we know what the final price is as far as the bidders are concerned, and who the final buyer is something we will know only later. However, remember, Income Tax Department has also laid claim to the property, saying it will help them recover some of the amount Vijay Mallya owes them. All in all, we'll have to see how this pans out tomorrow, but a very important development as far as the bank's angle is concerned, considering they are looking to clean up their books by March 2017.
It's another extension that has been granted to the Joint Committee of Parliament examining the contentious land bill. This extension of over 4 months has been given since several states are yet to furnish details regarding the compensation clause in the bill. This will be the 6th extension granted to the committee. The panel chairman, S.S. Ahluwalia, had moved a motion in the Lok Sabha seeking an extension until the first week of the monsoon session of Parliament. Remember, the last extension was sought by the committee on the 23rd of December. The ambitious target of housing for all may be achieved with rental homes. The government has proposed a new tenancy law to promote rental housing. Urban Development Minister M. Venkaiah Naidu has urged the opposition to support the centre for the proposed law. The centre believes the new law will bridge the gap for the rental requirements in urban cities. The draft policy suggests a host of fiscal incentives to encourage rental housing to achieve the Modi government's goal of housing for all by 2022. In fact, the draft policy also suggests tax incentives for house owners who rent out the property.
The government is in the process of developing a national rental housing policy and a model tenancy law which will encourage house owners to let out vacant houses on rent. There is a problem. Entire house and political spectrum should ponder over this. People are not willing to invest in real estate sector even if they have surplus money, because they are worried the moment you lease it, you have to forget, and it will be leased, subleased, and then further leased, and the owner is where he is and other people are enjoying. And they are more in number. The owners are less in number, the tenants are more in number. We in democracy, we go by numbers. I am trying to come with a policy for model tenancy law. It is very difficult, very challenging. This real estate thing also is very challenging. I cannot explain in words how much pulls and how much representations. I don't call it as pressures. I call in democracy everything is a pleasure, not a pressure. It is difficult, but it's not impossible. We will also work on that in the coming days.
In fact, Deepa Rana, our correspondent in New Delhi, has her ears to the ground and she gets us the details of the government's plans on rental housing. Listen to this report.
The government is looking for dual roles to provide housing for all by 2022. One by providing affordable homes and secondly by rental policy. Now the Urban Development Minister has announced a modern tenancy policy which is still in the drafting stage and has been shared with different states and stakeholders, inviting their recommendations and their views on the draft. However, it is interesting to note that it is the first time in which the states are going to be deciding on how they want to adopt this policy, which the centre has shared with them. Also, there are about 11 million houses which are lying vacant according to census data of 2011, and this is the government's way to tap on these 11 million houses which are lying vacant in the urban areas. this rent policy is also going to provide tax benefits to those who want to rent out their houses, and this policy though is in a drafting stage but will provide a lot of is going to help on the housing for all mission of the Urban Development Ministry.
And it's time now for a Magic Bricks Now special, our brand new series, Looking Beyond Metros. This is where we get you the lowdown on locations that offer homes in the sub 50 lakh rupees budget. The finance minister had announced an additional tax exemption on home loans for first-time home buyers in that particular budget, provided the home costs under 50 lakh rupees. After reviewing Kochi, we'll head further south. My colleague Suyesha Sawant helps us break down the Visakhapatnam market for us today. Suyesha.
Vizag was the second most prominent city in Andhra Pradesh after Hyderabad, and it is a very promising city. Even now, it is a large navy base and a steel hub. There are a lot of metal and petroleum industries which are present here. It is also a beach town, and it's on its way to becoming a smart city. In fact, a lot of US companies are showing a lot of interest in funding Vizag as a smart city. The metro has been announced, but that will take some time. Even the PCPIR corridor, which is there to promote petrochemical industries, is in early stages of development. The Vizag-Chennai industrial corridor will also take some time to really come up. Although there was a lot of speculation for Vizag being the new capital, but now the real estate market has kind of stabilized. And the active locations from the IT and residential point of view include Rishikonda and Madhurwada, which are anywhere between 3,000 to 4,000 rupees per square foot. Areas like Gajuwaka and Pendurthi are anywhere between 2,000 to 3,000 rupees per square foot. And established locations like Beach Road and MVP Road start from 5,000 rupees and go up to almost 6,500 rupees per square foot. And on the whole, it looks very promising.
Thank you, Suyesha, for that. And to give us more perspective on the Vizag market, we have Preetham Mehra, who heads the South market at CBRE. Preetham, thank you again for joining us here live on the Property News and Magic Bricks Now. If I'm a first-time home buyer and have 50 lakh rupees to buy a home, how would you review the Vizag market for me?
See, Vizag is a prominent location, even from the erstwhile combined state of Andhra Pradesh. It was the second most prominent city after Hyderabad in the unified state earlier. In the current context, it gains more prominence because in the state of the newly formed Andhra, Vizag is probably the most industrialized and commercialized city, and hence, it will definitely have a large role to play in the whole real estate sector in that particular state. It also benefits from the fact that it has been announced as the first smart city in India, and there's a high level of collaboration happening with the US government on seeing that initiative through. So I feel that anybody who's looking at investing in the newly formed state of Andhra will have Vizag on top of their priority. Apart from Vijayawada, where the new capital has been announced close to Vijayawada, called Amravati. The challenge with Amravati is that it's going to be a greenfield development, and hence there might be some bit of time that is required for that particular city to grow. Vizag is a location which is already developed and has good quality social and physical infrastructure in place, and hence for any investor this will be the most attractive location in the state of Andhra Pradesh.
Preetham, as usual, let's get down to specifics. Tell us, what are the areas you would recommend and how much appreciation is one likely to see in the next 3 to 5 years?
See, the more established locations are Sitamadhara or MVP Colony in the city of Vizag, but a lot of new real estate activities happening in locations like Rishikonda or Madhurwada, etc., where a lot of IT activities also being initiated. So prices, in the anticipation that Vizag was also one of the chosen cities for announcement of the capital, and hence the prices had already seen a run up, as part of that speculation. So while Madhurwada and Rishikonda will continue to remain as attractive investment locations for residential apartment buyers, I think from an appreciation standpoint, because a lot of speculation had already happened, I would expect in the medium to long term, the appreciation to range between 5 to 10%.
All right, Preetham, before we let you go, one last final thing, of course. Tell us, what are the risks as far as the Visakhapatnam market is concerned for an investor?
Vizag, unfortunately, because of Hudhud, has now kind of, it's prone to natural disasters. Hudhud was a classic example. But having said that, the city has come back very strongly, after the calamity has happened, and, the city has been rebuilt very soon. But I would expect that, there will be, some risk in terms of natural calamities in the city. Otherwise, I think from a market standpoint, it will continue to be a stable market and grow from where it is right now.
All right, Preetham, we will leave it at that. Preetham Mehra of CBRE, thank you so much for taking time out to be with us here on the Property News on Magic Bricks Now. Moving away from all of that, now the world of interiors and design is constantly evolving and also includes some of the biggest names from Bollywood. A glorious combination of glamour and smart ideas. Here is none other than Gauri Khan chatting with our colleague Garima Kumar about the latest, hippest, sharpest designs. Take a look.
So there's this beautiful light here on the right hand side. It's made from rock crystal and made in France. जिसके साथ मैंने collaborate किया, his name is Regis. He has got people back in our country who sourced a lot of lights के लिए material from Jaipur, and they are then flown to France, and he then makes lights out of those the rock crystal and whatever material he's sourcing.
Originally, the chandelier in Europe was like a jewelry and was made with rock crystal, not a crystal or a glass, but rock crystal stones. And this stone was used to find in Alps, in center of Europe. But on 20th century, it was forbidden to find the rock crystal in Europe. And I had the idea to go to India and find the rock crystal in India, source the rock crystal in India.
तो ये मन्नत जा रहा है ये बिल्कुल एग्जीबिशन के बाद सीधा.
Well, that's really great because your chandelier is going to be in the house of one of the most beautiful homes of India actually.
Yeah, I'm very proud.
गौरी, मुझे ये बहुत पसंद आई, ये बहुत ही खूबसूरत हैं. कुछ बताएंगे इसके बारे में?
I remember going to Orissa and seeing the Sun Temple of Konark. When I saw the temple built in the 13th century, I was amazed when I saw it, conceived as a chariot, and the beautiful wheels. And this is a part of that. These are actually wheels, if you see. It's on digital print.
गौरी, आपका जो डिजाइनिंग का पैशन है, आपकी फैमिली में और भी कोई लोग हैं जो who share the same passion as you?
मेरा भाई है, and this is what he's made for me as a special gift for the fair. और ये उन्होंने डिजाइन किया मेरे साथ मिलकर.
So joining us now is Rajiv, who's a part of Craft Red, and with me is Gauri. So how did this collaboration come about with Rajiv?
Rajiv has recently designed Aryan's room. So we were both working at it, and Aryan was giving the maximum inputs and Rajiv was following, and I was just watching. And the outcome of the entire design and the time period we took, he did it within 6-8 months, which was really quick. And when I saw the room, it just turned out to be so brilliant that I was like, he's the guy who's going to work for me for my collection.
And with that, we've completely run out of time over here. If you have any feedback or suggestions for us, write to us on the email ID flashing on your screens. We're also on Twitter and Facebook, so feel free to tweet to us or post a query on our Facebook page. We would love to hear from you. Also, remember to check out our website, www.mbnow.in. You can access all our shows on our YouTube channel as well. The IDs are flashing on your screens. And with that, it's a wrap on this edition of the Property News. Thank you so much for watching. This is Krishna Kumar signing off.
You can watch live TV on our website mbnow.in. Find us on Facebook at facebook.com/magicbricksnow. And don't forget to click the like button. You can also follow us on Twitter at magicbricksnow. To stay updated with all our programming, hit the subscribe button on our YouTube channel by logging on to youtube.com/magicbricksnow.